router box timber. Starting to look like very dried out maple, white maple. Part 2, December 15th, 2022, 11 PM. The bottom, which I'm going to hollow out with an antique tool that I've cut to size, as the end of it had already been snapped off. And then I'll use redwood inside. And this is the top. And yeah, like my dragon stand, I generally don't use sandpaper. I use scrapers and carving tools. So yeah, or power tools, as I've mentioned before. I tend to use everything by hand, depending on how big the job is, but usually by hand. So folks, this is the Cape Gremlin, and I was going to turn this into a router box, but looks like it might be too small for that. So it's going to end up as some sort of decorative box with engravings on it, or I should say carvings. So it's part 1, that's why I deleted the other video of it before I cut it up. It's 21st of the 12th, 2022, 9:50 PM. So this does look like maple after all. So I'm just hollowing it out with carving tool. Well, it's actually a chisel. They had the handle broken off it, but I've carved it so that it's usable with one hand. And I use a whetstone to sharpen it, which means most of my carving tools are sharper than a razor. So I know if I touch myself with any of them, I'm going to be cut straight away. Such as that. Because after I've used a whetstone, I use 1200 wet and dry paper without the wet. So I've got some ideas for this, and we'll see what happens. For an example, I might use this. This was a metal detector find in the UK that I won on eBay several years ago. It's in Latin. Don't know if I can pronounce that without rehearsing it, but it's made out of, it's a bronze plate. I was going to turn it into a belt buckle, but I realised that they the holes, you can see where the cracks are. I don't have to drill new holes in it, and I didn't want to do that. So I might even add this to that, who knows. But it's been sitting around for a while now, doing nothing. So, oh, the white colour in there is bright, so I didn't bother cleaning it out because I wanted to see what's in there. But apparently this is 800 years old or so, apparently. I was told it's from Roman times, which means it would be a minimum of over 1200 years old, but I don't know if that's true or not. That's what the description said. And yes, I have receipts for anything like this that I've paid it through PayPal.